Why Halloween Kills cut Laurie Strode's flashback scenes to the original 1978 timeline. A new book on the making of David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy reveals that an early draft of Halloween Kills had 1978 Laurie Strode flashbacks. Etep Okui right here with you. Welcome back. I know, another Halloween video, folks. I know. But there's a ton of articles coming out about this. The Halloween videos are doing well. We're going to talk about it. I still have reviews of part 1, 2, 3 coming out. And I'm waiting for a channel member to pay me to review part 5. I've done a brief review of Resurrection, which I watched it. I think last year was the last time I've watched that one. Part 5 is a slog to get through. That one's tough. That one's boring. But it has nothing on how bad David Gordon Green's movies were. Because Michael Myers is not Jet Li. He's not Steven Seagal. He's not Chuck Norris. He's not John Wick. He's not Arnold. But Halloween Kills, the firefighter scene, would lead you to believe that Michael Myers is in fact a ninja of some sort.
Now, like some kind of ninja.
That being said, the flashback scenes that they did in the David Gordon Green trilogy were the best part of that franchise. I've reviewed all 3 of those as Cleveland Brown if you want to go back and watch those. If you're new here and you haven't seen them, they are in the horror reviews playlist. But to help you out, I will link that trilogy of reviews in the description to this video. Here we go. An early draft of Halloween Kills had included multiple extended flashbacks to Laurie in 1978 during the events of John Carpenter's original film. These flashbacks were removed because recasting Laurie wasn't an option, VFX was too expensive, and director David Gordon Green wanted to continue the story from the 2018 movie. Well, David Gordon Green's an idiot. His 2018 movie was shit, and the rest of his trilogy turned to shit. Him and Scott Teems and Danny McBride can all just jump off a cliff. Well, you know what? I got some silver shamrock masks I'll send you boys. I need you to sit in a room and watch this commercial and tell me what you think of it. Despite the issues, including Laurie's flashbacks, Halloween Kills proved quite divisive, and returning to the roots of Carpenter's movie may have proven more popular. Yes, it would have, because John Carpenter's vision is what made this movie and this franchise succeed and made it so iconic. It's not Rob Zombie coming back and being like, hey, we're going to make this a white trash story just so I can have a vehicle to put my wife in. And, we know how the language is in that. And I have nothing, I swear a lot. I do. I'm trying to curtail it, though, for the monetization purposes of the video. And YouTube thinks that that's so inappropriate. But, I understand. Not everybody wants to listen to a drunken sailor while they're trying to, consume content regarding a horror franchise. Even though the horror franchise might throw F-bombs around like it's Oprah's Book of the Month.
You get diarrhea, and you get diarrhea, and you get diarrhea. Everyone's getting diarrhea.
But Rob Zombie had no idea what he was doing. His movies suck. But I hate David Gordon Green's trilogy, but not as much as Rob Zombie's pair of garbage films. So those are 5 films that you can just totally throw out of this franchise, and literally nothing of value was lost, especially Halloween Ends, the Corey Cunningham story.
Put them up your ass.
So let's talk about this book. A new book reveals Halloween Kills' original script featured 1978 Laurie Strode flashback scenes, but they were ultimately removed. The second installment in director David Gordon Green's divisive Halloween reboot trilogy, the 2021 horror flick, sees Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie and her family once again facing off against the unstoppable Michael Myers. The film was met with very mixed critical reception, but was a box office success. Yes, because people will pay for anything. Look at some of the movies that are garbage that have made money. I don't need to go into them. You guys already know. We've covered them ad nauseum here on the channel. According to Halloween, Captain Marvel, the official making of Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends by Abby Bernstein. That's Bernstein, not Berenstein. Bernstein, like the conductor, Leonard Bernstein. Stein, potato. An original Halloween Kills script by Green, Danny McDouchebag Bride, and Moron Scott teams featured extended flashback sequences to Laurie and John Carpenter's original Halloween. Team spearheaded the idea, and it's thought that these scenes would reenact moments from the original. The idea, however, was scrapped. McBride and Green vetoed the casting of a younger actor, and using VFX was deemed too expensive. Plus, Green decided to go in a different direction creatively. Check out Team's recollection of Green's reasoning below. Okay, so apparently I owe Scott Teams a small apology because it says McBride and his script featured flashback sequences. He spearheaded the idea. McBride and Green vetoed it, the casting of a younger actress for this. I don't see why. If you're just going to use it in flashback scenes, it's fine. You could have found an actress that was reminiscent of her. I mean, if you do it right and you only show certain angles, then, and you can't tell me you couldn't have used AI. I know it's dangerous territory. We didn't have the AI capabilities then with the voice, I don't think. Maybe they did. I don't know, but it could have been done, because I will say this. The flashback sequences they did in, I believe it was Kills, were the highlight of that entire reboot trilogy. They were. That was the best part of it. That was the best look, the best aesthetic. It felt like Halloween. The rest of the trilogy felt like trash. It really did. It was garbage. I don't give a shit how much money these movies made. They were bad. They were not good movies. They were not good Halloween movies. It was cash grab city, and it lost the essence of the franchise.
It's not right. It's just not right.
So here's his reasoning below. I love a lot of this, but I'm realizing that there is unresolved stuff from the first movie, and the second movie needs to be a continuation of the night. And then the article will cover this. Why Halloween Kills Laurie flashbacks wouldn't have worked. Oh yes, because those wouldn't have worked, but Evil Dies Tonight worked so well. Evil Dies Tonight worked awesome. That was fantastic. There was a fantastic addition to that. And having, Michael Norris, or should I say Chuck Myers, fighting these firefighters with all kinds of melee weapons as they all attack him one at a time like a shitty 80s action movie. I mean, it was insulting. The movies were insulting. And I'm getting angry thinking about how stupid they were. Including Laurie flashbacks and Halloween Kills does present several problems, some of which are mentioned above. Using a different actor for a young Laurie, who cares, for example, is a big risk. Curtis set the bar very high, and audiences have decades worth of familiarity with her work and version of the character. Okay, so I know they recast her with Scout Taylor Compton in Rob Zombie's movies, which I have nothing against the actress. As most of these roles, if I criticize a character, it is not a slight to the actor or actress portraying them. I don't want that to be misconstrued. I just didn't like the writing for the character. That's all in the way she was written. Halloween Kills features Dr. Loomis flashbacks, but these scenes work because they're used sparingly and because he hasn't become the horror icon that Laurie has. What now? Donald Pleasance isn't a horror icon as Dr. Loomis. Bitch, please.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Using VFX face replacement is certainly an option that more productions are using today, but the economics don't really make sense. Halloween is one of the longest running horror franchises, and part of why it's experienced so much success and had such longevity is because these films are inexpensive to make. Horror as a genre, in fact, remains consistently reliable because the films can be made for small amounts of money with high rates of return. Yes, they can. And that's why I would have just said recast her. Use an actress. How hard is it to find somebody with facial features that can mirror that of a young Jamie Lee Curtis? She didn't have that unique of a look to where you couldn't find somebody now and say, hey, let's do her hair like this and, shade her makeup and shoot her from angles like this.
Easy enough.
From a storytelling perspective, it does make sense why Green and McBride decided against extended flashback sequences.
Flashbacks.
Relying too heavily on flashbacks could potentially remove tension from events happening in the present, and the film could end up feeling more like a rehash or recontextualization of past events instead of its own story. Clearly, however, Halloween Kills proved to be quite a divisive film anyway, in part because Laurie is sidelined for most of it, perhaps straying more into what made the original so beloved would have been more effective. So that is the problem with Halloween Kills, is it mirrored Halloween 2 in the worst possible way. It sidelined Laurie Strode. If you remember, Halloween 2 from 1981, Laurie was in the hospital the whole movie, largely sidelined until the end where Michael, made his way to the hospital and, was stalking her, obviously. So, and we had the fire. But no, this sidelined her. We had the Evil Dies Tonight. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was a terrible idea. The flashback sequences, like I said, they should have just done if they wanted to do a continuation and kick out the rest of the sequels, pick up right from part 1 in 1978. Don't jump ahead 40 years. I don't know. Just recast. It worked. I don't know. The flashback sequences were the best part of that movie. Sidelining Laurie was stupid. Evil Dies Tonight was ridiculous. The firefighter scene at the beginning was ridiculous. You brought back these characters from the 2018 Halloween, like the nurse and the doctor, that got killed in the car. A stupid got hit with a door, shot herself in the face. I mean, you had the kids in the silver shamrock masks on the playground. A lot of callbacks for a movie that wanted to move forward, and I know they're like, well, we want to put Easter eggs in for the fans. You should have just not done this. You should have not done the 2018 Kills, because the law of diminishing returns took hold as this terrible trilogy rolled into its just dumpster fire of an ending with the Corey Cunningham story and Halloween Ends. But what do you guys think? Did you like Halloween Kills? Would you have liked to see more flashbacks of Laurie? Would you have cared if they recast her for some flashback sequences? As long as she looked somewhat reminiscent of Laurie. Like I said, lighting, angles, you could have done a lot with that. But I'm done. It's your turn. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you happy with the horror content on the channel? If you are, subscribe, ding the bell, leave your comments, do all the things. I'm Etep from The Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I will catch you on the next one.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all day.
Tom Cruise, thank you very much.
What's up, bro?
You're pushing your luck, little man. Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.